Hello, my dear food lovers, and welcome back to our cozy little kitchen corner. Today, we're not just baking. We're telling a story, a sweet tale from the heart of a charming village called Meadowbrook. This story is about a very special visitor, a sleek black cat with the most brilliant emerald green eyes. His name is Whiskers, and he's about to discover the magic of my world-famous milk cake. So, if you've ever wondered what a cat would bake if he could, you're about to find out. Whiskers first appeared on my windowsill one sunny afternoon, his curious green eyes watching my every move. I was just getting ready to bake, and he seemed utterly fascinated. So I thought, why not share the secret? This cake, my friends, is a little piece of heaven's oh soft, so moist it practically melts in your mouth. And today, Whiskers and I are going to show you how to make it step by step. Are you ready? Let's get our aprons on. First things first, let's prepare for our baking adventure. We need to preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius, or 160 if you're using a fan oven, and grab a 20 centimeter square cake tin. We're going to lightly oil it and then line the base and sides with baking paper. This little step is crucial. It's our insurance policy for getting that beautiful cake out perfectly later on. It ensures nothing sticks and the cake keeps its lovely shape. So take your time with this. A well-prepped tin is the foundation of a great cake. Now, for the magic that makes this cake so light and airy, the egg whites will need 4 large eggs for this recipe. Carefully separate the yolks from the whites. We'll use both, but they have very different jobs. Place the 4 egg whites into a large, clean bowl. Add just a tiny pinch of salt. This helps stabilize the whites and allows them to whip up beautifully. Now, grab your electric hand whisk. We're going to beat the whites until they become foamy and bubbly, which should take about 3 minutes. Once you have a nice foam, it's time to add some sweetness. We'll be using 150 grams of sugar for this part. But here's the trick. Don't dump it all in at once. Keep the whisk running and add the sugar 1 spoonful at a time. This gradual process is key to creating a stable, glossy meringue. You'll see the egg whites transform, becoming thick, shiny, and holding beautiful stiff peaks. It's like watching a cloud form right in your bowl. This meringue is the secret to the cake's incredible light as air texture. Now, let's turn our attention to the egg yolks in a separate bowl. Combine the 4 yolks we set aside earlier with the remaining 50 grams of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You don't even need to clean your beaters for this part. Just whisk them together for about 2 minutes. You're looking for the mixture to become pale, creamy, and foamy. This step adds richness and a wonderful golden color to our cake batter. It's the sunny counterpart to our cloudy egg whites. Next, it's time to bring in the dry ingredients. To the bowl with our whipped egg yolks, we'll add 200 grams of plain flour and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Then pour in 120 milliliters of whole milk. Now put the electric whisk away. We need a gentle touch from here on out. Using a spatula, carefully fold these ingredients together. Don't overmix, just combine them until you no longer see any dry streaks of flour. We want to keep everything as light as possible. Here comes the most delicate part of the process. Combining our two mixtures. Take a large spoonful of the whipped egg whites and add it to the yolk and flour mixture. Go ahead and beat this first spoonful in. This is called sacrificing a bit of the meringue. It helps to loosen up the denser batter, making it much easier to fold in the rest of the whites without deflating them. It's a brilliant little baker's trick that makes all the difference. Now, gently, very gently, add the rest of the glossy egg whites to the bowl. Using a large metal spoon or a spatula, carefully fold them in. Use slow, deliberate figure-8 motions, scraping from the bottom of the bowl and folding it over the top. The goal is to incorporate the whites while losing as little air as possible. Be patient. Stop as soon as the batter is smooth and you don't see any more streaks of white. This airy, pillowy batter is the promise of a wonderfully fluffy cake. Our beautiful batter is ready for the tin. Pour it evenly into the prepared cake tin we lined earlier. Use your spatula to gently smooth the top, ensuring it will bake into a nice, level cake. Now, it's time for the oven. Pop it onto the middle rack and bake for 40 to 45 minutes. The whole kitchen will start to smell absolutely divine. You'll know it's ready when the cake is golden brown and a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. While our cake is baking, let's prepare the heavenly milk mixture that gives this cake its name and its incredible moisture. In a jug, we'll mix together 200 milliliters of evaporated milk, 200 milliliters of condensed milk, and 3 tablespoons of double cream. The evaporated milk provides a creamy base, the condensed milk adds a luscious sweetness, and the cream gives it an extra touch of richness. Just stir them all together until you have a smooth, pale, sweet liquid. This is the soul of our cake. Once the timer goes off, carefully take the cake out of the oven. It will be beautifully risen and golden. Let it cool in the tin for about 10 minutes. This is important, as it will be too fragile to handle straight away. After 10 minutes, run a knife around the edges to loosen it. Now, for the fun part. While the cake is still warm and in the tin, take a skewer and poke holes all over its surface. Don't be shy, lots and lots of holes. These little channels will allow our glorious milk mixture to soak right into the sponge. Slowly and evenly pour about half of the milk mixture over the warm, perforated cake. You'll see it disappear as the sponge greedily soaks it all up. Let it sit for about 5 minutes to absorb that first bath of milky goodness. Then, carefully transfer the cake to a serving plate with a slight lip. Now, pour over more of the remaining milk mixture until you see it just start to pool a little around the base. The cake will continue to soak it up as it cools. Any leftover milk can be served on the side for those who like it extra soggy. Now for the finishing touch. We need a lovely, light topping to complement the rich, moist cake. In a bowl, pour 300 milliliters of double cream and add 1 tablespoon of icing sugar. Whisk this together with an electric whisk or by hand. If you refilling energeticant, it holds soft, billowy peaks. Be careful not to over-whip it, or it will become grainy. We're aiming for a texture that's like a soft, fluffy cloud. Once the cake has completely cooled, it's time to frost it. Spoon the whipped cream onto the center of the cake and use a spatula or the back of a spoon to spread it evenly over the top. You can make lovely swirls and peaks for a rustic, homemade look. Finally, for a touch of warmth and spice, take a little ground cinnamon and sprinkle it lightly over the cream. It not only looks beautiful, but adds a delightful aroma and flavor that cuts through the sweetness. And there you have it, a milk cake so divine, even a curious cat like Whiskers would approve. The sponge is unbelievably light, soaked in a sweet, creamy trio of milks and topped with a cloud of fresh cream. Every bite is a perfect balance of textures and flavors. You can serve it right away, or better yet, let it chill in the fridge for a few hours or even overnight. This allows the flavors to meld together even more. Look at that cross-section. See how the milk has seeped into every nook and cranny of that airy sponge. This is what makes it so incredibly special. It's comforting. It's decadent, and it's surprisingly simple to make. It's the perfect dessert for any occasion, or just for a quiet afternoon with a cup of tea and perhaps a furry friend purring on your lap. Thank you so much for joining Whiskers and me in the kitchen today. I hope this story and this recipe have brought a little sweetness and warmth into your day. If you enjoyed our baking adventure, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more delicious stories and recipes. Let me know in the comments if you try making it. Until next time, happy baking!